everybody, I'm Volverizer with Devaskation.com, as you can see, and today I'm going to show you how to clean your wheels, because we all know our wheels get super nasty, and if you don't clean them, then they're not going to perform as well. And actually, if you don't clean them, they might wear down easier, their life isn't going to be as long, and also when you clean them, you should also rotate them, because that's going to get more bang for your buck. They're going to live longer. I'll explain more about that later. I'm going to show you two different ways to do this, one of which is on your skates, one of which is off your skates. So I'm going to start with the off your skates part. First things first, what exactly do you need to clean your wheels? Well, with this method, you're going to need to get your wheels off of your skates first. So if you have nuts, then you just need to use one of these things. Or if you're like me and you have those fancy Moda clip axles, just pull them off. That's all you gotta do. Anyways, so you need one of these to get your wheels off, and you need one of these things to pull your bearings off, or if you have another way to take your bearings off. This is the Roller Bones bearings puller. You're gonna need soapy water, warm soapy water, and you're also going to need paper towels. So, the thing with wheels is you cannot get the bearings wet. If you get the bearings wet, then they're gonna rust and they're not gonna perform as well. So we're gonna be putting these wheels into this water, but first we need to get the bearings out. That's where this comes in handy. So I'm just gonna get my bearings out. And I also have a video showing you how to clean your bearings. You can find that on Devaskation's YouTube channel. Okay, now all of my bearings, my dirty bearings, which I'll be cleaning later, are out of my wheels. And as you can see, here are the wheels. Those are them. Not horrible, but still pretty dirty, right? Yep. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my dirty wheels and I'm going to put them in the warm, soapy water. And I'm gonna let them sit. That's pretty much it. And while they're doing that, I'm gonna move on to how you can clean your wheels while they're still on your skates. All right, so while those wheels are soaking so I can get all those dirty, gross particle thingies off of them, I'm gonna show you how to clean your wheels an easier way, but not as thorough, and it's super easy to do between practices or right after practice, and the best part is you leave them on your skates. So here are my other 4 wheels that are super dirty that I need to clean. For this, you just need some window cleaner and some paper towels. How easy is that? And what you're gonna do is you are going to spray your paper towel, and you're just gonna use your trucks, and you're just gonna get some leverage in your skate and your trucks, everything, and you're just gonna scrub them. You're just gonna scrub all that gunk off. And it's super easy if you just do it this way. I was just doing it that way for, you know, camera's sake. And then you just scrub, and then you get them clean that way. You can use window cleaner. I have a friend who keeps baby wipes in his skate bag, and so every night after practice, he will just take some baby wipes and clean his wheels off real quick. So they're clean for every practice and or game or whatever, or just, you know, make them clean. This is definitely a little time consuming if your wheels are super dirty. But one super important thing about this, you can use soap and water for this as well, but like I said earlier, you cannot get your bearings wet or else they will rust and then you'll ruin them. That's unfortunately just how bearings work. So if you're gonna do this, make sure you don't get any fluid inside the hub, inside the bearing. You wanna make sure that your napkin, your paper towel, your cloth, whatever, is not wet to the point where it's dripping. I just wanted to talk about when you should rotate your wheels. Whenever you clean your wheels, it's a really great opportunity to look at the wear and tear of your wheels and see how they're doing, if you've got any chunks or anything. And it's kind of like wheels on your tire. Like if you rotate them, they tend to live longer. Your pusher wheels tend to wear out faster than your other wheels. On an average person, that's what they do. And your pusher wheels are the front left wheel on your skates. So on your left skates, your front left. On your right skates, your front left. Because when you're turning left, that's the wheel you're really putting your pressure on. And so whenever you clean them, it's suggested that you rotate them if you see some wear, just so you're not wearing out that one wheel on each skate, and then you have to buy a whole new set of wheels. Just keep rotating them out. Another thing, when should you clean your wheels? I've had that question a couple times. You should clean your wheels when they look dirty, when they feel dirty, like if they're grippier or slippier than normal. When my wheels get grippier because of all the track tape and everything that's stuck to them, that's when I know it's time to clean them. And you should just do it regularly. It's kind of like regular skate maintenance, like cleaning your bearings. You should do it because it's just gonna make your gear last longer. All right, now that these have been soaking for a while, it's time to pull them out of the water and see how they're doing, yeah? All right. Some people like to use a toothbrush if their wheels are super, super dirty, like if you've got some hardcore gunk on them. These aren't that bad. You can, like I said, just use an old toothbrush and really scrub and get in those little hub holes. Hub holes? I think that's the word. I don't think, that might not be the technical term, but that's what I call them, the hub holes. So there you go. All 4 wheels are out of the water and scrubbed, and they are ready once they're dry. You gotta let them dry, because if you don't let them dry and you put your bearings in, it's gonna do that same thing where the water gets in the bearings and then your bearings start to rust, and then you'll need a new set of bearings soon. So when you do put your bearings in, make sure that you do it with either a bearing press or very carefully, because your bearings, I'm gonna use a really dirty one that I haven't cleaned yet. Your bearings have this plastic dust shield on it, and if your dust shield gets bent for whatever reason, either you're putting your bearings in too roughly, you're not putting it in the right way, or you're just kind of like slamming in there and kind of hammering them in, then it's gonna bend and it's gonna get in the way of the balls that are inside of your bearing, and then they're not gonna roll as well. There's gonna be a lot of resistance, and they're not gonna be as fast as they possibly could be. And the same goes for when you're putting your bearings back on your skates. Whenever or your wheels back on your skates, I'm sorry. When you put your wheels on and you tighten your nut, you're supposed to tighten the nut to where the wheel doesn't turn freely, and that's when you start loosening it to get the right spin on your skate. Whenever you tighten your nut completely, do not do it so tight that the wheel can't move at all, because then you're gonna be crushing your bearing, and your bearing is not gonna have as long of a lifespan as it should, if that makes sense. So whatever you do, protect these dust shields and these bearings with your life, pretty much. So yeah, that's how you clean your wheels, either on your skate with window cleaner and paper towel, making sure you don't get any fluid inside of your bearing, or off of your skate where you put your wheels in warm water without the bearings in them, and you scrub them and you let them dry completely before you put your bearings back in. You are now equipped to completely clean your wheels. I'm Vulvarizer with Devaskation.com, and thanks for watching.